Hello, everybody. Welcome along to the final of this week's House of Games. What a week it's been and what a final it is going to be. At the end of today's show, somebody is going to take home this very, very disappointing trophy. Who is it going to be? Matthew Pinsent?
Could be.
Ruby Bhogal? Ingrid Oliver? Or Ed Byrne?
Someone's up for it.
Always getting the crowd on your side, Ed.
Yeah.
That's what they love.
Needy.
What a week we're having.
Yeah.
Ingrid, 3 wins in a row for Ed, but including one which he won on a tiebreak. A huge win for you yesterday.
Huge.
Huge win. Shall we take a little look at the weekly leaderboards?
Oh, I thought you were going to do a highlights clip.
Actually,
I wonder if you could talk us through. I
I'm
got
up for
7
it.
or 8 of your
I'm
best answers.
absolutely up for it,
In
yeah.
super slow-mo. Let's take a look at the weekly leaderboards. Ed, you have 15, Ingrid, 13. It is double points Friday, so the winner today gets 8 points. Second place gets 6 points, and so on. Ed, 3 in a row for you. You must have been thinking, this week is won. Very much not won.
no. Losing on Thursday has made me realise how much I want that trophy.
Interesting.
It's actually...
Very
actually
interesting.
made me really, really want it.
Ruby, we've seen prizes on both of these far seats. Yet to have one from you and Sir Matthew here. Shall we take a look at today's prizes, though? 'Cause it'd be lovely if one of the two of you could crash the party and win today. And if you do, you could take home the pillow and duvet set, the apron, the Russian dolls, gentleman's cologne, or, yes, you are absolutely right, that is a compost bin. Something to think about, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. What would you go for, do you think?
Do you know what? I don't think you're quite in my bathroom quite enough, so I think the cologne.
Lovely. I mean, listen, it reeks, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's good. If you've got foxes in your back garden...
That's the stuff,
Perfect.
is it?
That is the stuff. Ruby, what would you go for?
I think I would go for the compost bin, actually.
That's nice. No one has it, but it's a nice... That feels like a nice modern prize.
I think so.
Doesn't it? Moving with the times. I'm not going to ask either of you what you want to win because you want to win...
That bad boy.
the trophy. OK, that's what's happening today. Friday's House of Games. Shall we do it?
Let's do it.
Every time I press this buzzer, a new round comes up. Our first round today is... Mouse of Games. Now, you see what I've done there? I've taken the name House of Games, I've changed one letter, it becomes Mouse of Games. OK, we're going to go along the line. Now, I've changed the names of animated films by 1 letter, OK? And I'm going to give you the new synopsis of this imaginary new animated film I've created. OK, Matthew, here is your animated film. A tap-dancing penguin decides to grow his hair, campaign for peace, and head to the groovy Woodstock Festival. What do you think the film is, firstly?
Something in the back of my mind about happy feet.
OK.
This must be hippie feet.
Hippie feet, is that the answer? Well played, lovely start. Well played, Matthew.
OK.
Happy feet becomes hippie feet. Ruby, here's one for you. In the forests of India, a young boy is raised by wolves, and they all wear little bells that make a noise as they walk.
Anything that knows Mowgli? Jungle Book. I think that one's the Jingle Book.
Jingle Book? Well played, Ruby. Jingle Book. Jungle Book becomes the Jingle Book. Ingrid, here is yours. After the sample tape you made with his band goes missing, a timid clownfish sets out on a journey to bring it home.
Is the answer Finding Demo, Richard?
That's so nicely asked. And since you asked so nicely, I should tell you, yes, it is. Finding Nemo becomes Finding Demo. Well played, Ingrid. Ed, 3 out of 3 so far. Can we make it 4 out of 4? Let's hope so. Here's your animated film. Steve Carell voices a supervillain who, with the help of his minions, manages to win a seat in the House of Commons.
I would say that's Despicable MP.
Ah, Despicable Me. Change this to Despicable MP. Well played, Ed. Nicely done. 4 out of 4. Next, Matthew.
Here we go
I've
again.
changed this time. Here we go again. These are all novels, so I've changed the title of a novel by 1 letter.
OK.
What is this new novel, please? Hilary Mantel's bestseller charts Thomas Cromwell's life from poverty to owner of a shopping centre full of large, wild canines.
This is Wolf Mall.
Wolf Mall. Nicely done. Wolf Hall becomes Wolf Mall. Well played. Ruby, here's a novel for you. Sally Rooney depicts two Irish teenagers behaving in a prim and conventional manner with each other.
The only thing that I know that's with two Irish people recently was Normal People. Why am I not... Wait, don't you dare, Matthew. Normal People. Normal... Why am I not getting it?
Should we time you out and have a buzzer?
This is... I'm killing myself on this one now.
OK, as soon as that goes red, the
Go on,
buzzers
Matthew.
are live. Ingrid.
Oh, did I win it?
Yeah.
Formal people.
Oh, damn!
Normal people
yeah.
is right. Well played, Ingrid. Normal people becomes formal people. You've got the book, couldn't change the letter. Ingrid, a novel for you now. Mutinous pirate captain Long John Silver discovers that he should have headed away from the sea to find his fortune.
OK.
Yeah, that's
It's a cheeky one.
That is a
It's a
cheeky
cheeky little one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Treasure Inland.
Oh, it's very good. Treasure Island becomes Treasure Inland. Well played. Very nicely done. Ed, a novel for you. I've changed the letter, though. In this Hemingway classic, a wartime ambulance driver says hello to a romance, but goodbye to cash machines.
I'm guessing that's a farewell to ATM.
Oh, very good. A farewell to arms becomes a farewell to ATMs. Congratulations, Ed. Congratulations to our question writers as well on that one. And let's take a look at our first scoreboard. This all-important Friday's House of Games. Ruby, you have 1. Ed and Matthew, 2 each. Ingrid, early leader with 3 points. Nicely done. Everybody off the mark, though. Let's play round 2, which today is going to be... My perfect match. It is a pairs game, appropriately. The player in last place, Ruby, today, that's you, gets to choose their partner. Who would you like to play with?
I'm going to try and go strategic on this and go with Ed, because I want Ingrid to win.
Oh,
Are you going to sabotage me?
plan. Take him down.
So that's my thinking on that.
That is an amazing mix of incredibly Machiavellian and
Great.
And selfless.
and yeah, no worry about your self-image.
Yeah.
Ruby and Ingrid, if you'll swap places, please. Ingrid and Matthew are a team. Ruby and Ed are a team. Now, in this game, I'm looking for my perfect match, and I need you to help me. So, we've got our House of Games dating app. Matthew and Ingrid, can I tell you what I'm looking for in my perfect partner? OK, I'm looking for these 2 things. I like someone who has an HGV licence, OK? But I also like somebody who was a guest at William and Kate's wedding. It's what I'm looking for, OK?
Right, OK.
And I have 2 people to choose between, OK? I want you to help me out, because
Right.
one of these people matches both of those. So is my perfect match Kelly Holmes or Rowan Atkinson? Which of those 2 have both the characteristics I'm looking for?
My first instinct is Rowan Atkinson.
Oh, that's interesting, because mine was Kelly Holmes.
Oh, OK.
Well, this is the perfect
oh, it's a nightmare.
team.
What led you towards Kelly Holmes?
She just seems like a woman who would drive a lorry.
Yeah, she was in the
Interesting
army.
that-
She was in the army.
There we go. There we go. There you go.
Oh.
So maybe that was...
Was she at the wedding, though? Was
Yes,
she,
that
was
I-
she? Oh,
no,
you
I
don't
know.
know.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
The fact that you said she was in the army, that leads me...
I think you're right. Yeah, I'm happy to go with that.
So my perfect match is Kelly Holmes?
Let's go for it.
Let's take a look. Do you agree at home on that? Is my perfect match Kelly Holmes?
I'm so sorry.
Not Kelly Holmes. So Rowan Atkinson fits both those criteria. Kelly Holmes does have an HGV licence from her time in the
OK.
army, but she was not at the wedding. Ruby and Ed, I wonder if you could help me.
Yes.
Sorry.
I think I've slightly changed what I'm looking for. I'll tell you what was missing was this. What I really need is somebody who had their first name added to the Collins English Dictionary, but also trained to be a hairdresser. Which of these 2 is my perfect match? Delia Smith or Kylie Minogue?
Well, my first thought was Kylie.
For what reason would Kylie or Delia be in the dictionary? Could you describe a dish as being a bit Delia? Kylie Minogue was famous from a very young age, wasn't she? She was in Neighbours.
She was in Neighbours.
As first year of school. So the idea that she'd have trained to be a hairdresser before then seems
You think it's
unlikely.
going to be very unlikely?
That's interesting.
So for that reason alone, I would I would think Delia Smith.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yep. So you think my perfect match is Delia Smith?
Yes.
Well, I think that anyway.
Yeah. as do, if you're watching Delia, as do I. Let's find out, shall we? Is my perfect match Delia Smith? Exactly right. Very well done.
Lovely.
And Delia in the dictionary just means, yeah, in the style of her cooking. So
Right.
that's
Oh.
very Delia. Neither of those things is true of Kylie.
Right.
Poor Kylie. So, I mean, she literally is out for me. Ingrid and Matthew, I wonder if you could help me again.
Right.
Tell you what I'm looking for now. Someone who topped Heat Magazine's annual Weird Crush poll, but who also can play the drums. That's what I like. Am I looking for Jeremy Clarkson or Jamie Oliver?
I mean, would Jamie Oliver be a weird crush? I think it's
No,
a fairly
no, I
standard.
think
It
it's-
would be a fairly normal.
Yeah, I don't think that's weird
Crush.
at all. Whereas I think Jeremy Clarkson would be a weird crush.
Yeah, which is the only reason. I mean, either of them might play drums. That's all I know. So I don't know.
Come on, let's do that.
Are you
Yep.
sure?
Yeah, come on.
You're picking Clarkson for me?
Clarkson, we think
Thank
you'd
you
be
so
a match
much.
made in heaven.
Clarkson, my perfect match. Let's find out for a point. Absolutely right. Very well done. Both drummers, but he won that poll and Jamie Oliver did not. Final match in this round, Ruby and Ed. Tell you what I'm looking for now. I need somebody who has a child named after a day of the week and also who owns an ice cream van. Am I looking for Rupert Grint or Jerry Horner?
Rupert just had a baby not long ago, and it was a very lovely, strange name.
I met Jerry Horner once, and one thing that I know about her, because she told me this, she doesn't eat sugar.
So what, she wouldn't have a baby?
What would she be doing with an ice cream van?
Also, why does she not eat sugar? It's the best.
I know.
I think it's Rupert. I have a feeling. Like, if
Yeah.
you're saying that she doesn't eat sugar, then
That's
I
a
think
good
it's
bit of knowledge.
Yeah. Should we go?
Should we just go with Rupert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going with Rupert?
Think
What do you
so.
think at home? Agree with that? Disagree with that? Let's take a look. Is a Rupert Grint my perfect match? He is. Very well done. His daughter is called Wednesday. So well done, Rupert. Congratulations, Rupert. And he does own an ice cream van, which he bought with his Harry Potter earnings. And neither are true of Jerry. Bluebell and Montague are her children. That is the end of that round. Ruby and Ingrid, I wonder if you could swap back places, please. We'll see what that has done to the scores as I contemplate my marriage to Jeremy Clarkson. Oh, lovely and close. Matthew and Ruby, 3 points each. Ingrid and Ed, 4 points each. How about it? Nothing to choose between them, so let's play another round. It is going to be Opposites Attract. Fingers on buzzers, please, everybody. Here's your first category. 90s music acts. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some clues, and the clues will be the opposites of the answers, OK? So these are clues to 90s music acts. Here's your first one. Dry, dry, dry. Yes, Ed.
Wet, wet, wet.
It is. Very nicely done. What is this 90s music act? Wrong, heard Wilma. Yes, Ingrid.
Right, said Fred.
Absolutely. Wrong, heard Wilma becomes right, said Fred. Next 90s music act. Doubt. Yes, Ruby.
No doubt.
Correct?
Yeah, no, it isn't.
Yeah, well done.
I doubted myself.
That's such a, I was thinking doubt. What would that be? Sort of certainty.
Certain.
No doubt. Very well played. Correct answer. Point to you. Next category. Comedy dramas. What are the opposites to these clues? Hot hands. Yes, Ingrid.
Cold feet.
Well done. Next comedy drama. Outside letter I. Ed.
Inside number 9.
It is inside number 9. I is the ninth letter of the alphabet, so that's
Right,
sort of
okay.
an opposite.
Yeah, whatever. Correspondent.
There's enough going on there. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There, you got it. Next comedy drama. Abstinence and the Countryside. Yes, Ed.
Sex and the City.
Sex and the City. Very well done.
Very good.
Abstinence and the Countryside is a show that no one's pitched.
I think that was the original title of All Creatures Great and Small.
Here's your next category, horror films. Which horror films are these the opposites of, please? Day of the Dead Living. Yes, Ingrid.
Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. They could make that simpler.
Yeah.
Day of the Dead Living becomes Night of the Living Dead. Well played. Next horror film. 82 Nights Earlier. Yes, Ed.
28 Days Later.
28 Days Later. Well done. Final question in this round. Which horror film is this? The Mat.
I don't know why I
Yes.
did that.
No, I know. I would have. You must be thinking they've all been obvious. So.
Yeah, they've all been obvious. I'd be able to do it. The mad, but then that's the wet.
The Wet is not. Ingrid.
The Shining.
Oh my God! Of
The
course.
Shining, of course.
Fair
yes,
play.
it is The Shining.
The wet. What on earth is the wet?
Very well played, everybody. Let's take a look at our scores with 2 rounds to go in this week's House of Games. Is there anything between Ed and Ingrid?
Just some resentment.
Lovely simmering resentment. They've got 8 points each now. 8 points each. Matthew, you've got 3, Ruby 4. Ingrid and Ed. All week been knocking chunks out of each other. And there's still 8 all with 2 rounds to go. 2 rounds before we find our weekly champion. Who's taking home the trophy? Round 4 is going to be... But what's the question now? In this round, I'm going to give you the answers. OK, here they are. The answers in this round are otter no malverbacher, hundreds of rabbits, caziques, and 0. OK, those are our answers. The first thing I need you to do, Ed, is choose Matthew's answer, please.
I'm going to say caziques.
Caziques. So, your answer, Matthew, is caziques, but what is your question? OK, it is one of these 3. Fans of Camila Cabello are often referred to by what nickname? What is the highest scoring English word ever played in an official Scrabble tournament? Or what is the name of Fiji's largest island? So caziques or cazique?
Oh,
Ooh, Camila
those are all
Cabello.
very tempting.
Aren't they just?
I'm drawn by the Scrabble, I think. But then Scrabble, they're so good at knowing words that no one else knows. Come on, I'll go for the Scrabble.
Yeah, going Scrabble.
Let's see.
I would have gone Scrabble. Let's take a look, shall we? The answer is caziques. Is that the question? It is the question. Well done, Native American chief. It scored 392 points. Caziques, 392.
That'd be good.
You'd be fuming, wouldn't you? That caravan would be a small place for the rest of the holiday if someone had been. Well played, Matthew. Ingrid, I wonder if you could choose an answer for Ruby, please.
I will choose hundreds of rabbits.
Hundreds of rabbits. So, Ruby, your answer is hundreds of rabbits, but what is your question? Is it in 1807 what attacked Napoleon and his soldiers during a hunting trip? What does O'Hare Airport in Chicago use to keep the grass cut? Or what did French police discover in the catacombs beneath the Trocadero in 2004?
I want to rule out the middle one straight away.
The airport.
What attacked Napoleon and his soldiers during a hunting trip? That sounds like a really random thing. Would we not have learnt about that in school? You know what? Actually, I'm going to go with the first because the bottom one. How would rabbits?
How would rabbits get underground?
No, I know. I wasn't going to.
We will never solve
I
the
stopped that
mysteries of the
sentence
world.
before I said it.
It will only takes 2 to go down there in 2000, and then the next thing you know, there's hundreds of them.
OK, you know what? My initial answer was going to be the bottom one, so let's go with that.
Yep, you're going to stick with your gut there and go for the bottom one. What do you think at home on this one? Ruby, your answer is hundreds of rabbits. Is that your question? It's not your question. I'll tell you what they found. They found a fully working cinema that no one knew was there.
No. That's
Yeah,
not true.
how about that? It's quite cool, isn't
That's
it?
amazing.
Yeah. So what is the correct answer? Must be Napoleon. Yeah, it couldn't have been the airport, could it? Yeah, Napoleon. Well done if you said that at home. Ruby, you have one more job, which is to choose Ingrid's answer, please, in this round.
I'm going to go with 0.
Yeah, I thought you might. So, Ingrid, your answer is 0, but what is your question? The Carpenters received nominations for 7 Grammy Awards, but how many did they win? How many UK #1 singles did Prince have during his lifetime? Or how many points did the UK jury give to ABBA's Waterloo, which won the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest for Sweden? 3 music-related zeros there.
Yeah. I'm sure Prince had a #1 hit. He must have done in the UK. I'm going to go with the Carpenters.
Going to go with the Carpenters. Lots of nominations and no wins.
Yeah.
What do you think at home on this one? Do you agree with Ingrid, disagree? Let's take a look. Ingrid, your answer is 0. Is that your question? It is not your question. They won 3 Grammy Awards, so which of these 2 was the right answer?
It must be ABBA.
Yeah.
ABBA. Wow.
Prince only had one #1, though, in the
Prince
UK.
had one #1, yeah.
Wait, what was it? Which one?
Most beautiful girl in the world.
Was it?
Well, shame on us for not giving Sweden any points. And also, it means Ingrid gets 0 point as well. So you've been cheated by the English jury. Matthew, I have terrifically bad news for you.
OK.
Which is you have to choose an answer for Ed. I wonder what you would like to go for.
It's a tricky choice.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go for the top one. I'll give you Otto. I know him so well. I know him so well. I'm on first name terms.
I'll call him Otto N.
Yeah, Otto N.
Always have done.
I mean, that looks like the answer to a mashup, doesn't it?
Ed, your answer is Otto Normalverbraucher, but what is your question? In German, what term is used for the average consumer, the equivalent of Joe Blogs in the UK? That's good.
That is a good one. That is good.
What is the name of the fictional author who narrates Washington Irving's A History of New York?
Also good.
Very highfalutin. What is the name of the main antagonist in Nothing Lasts Forever by Roderick Thorpe, the novel on which Die Hard was based?
Those are all great.
Like it.
Those are all great.
The question writing team ending the week on a high there.
I want it to be the top one so badly. I don't care if I'm wrong.
So you're going to go for that?
So I think I will. I'll go for the top one.
Come on.
Got to, right?
Yeah.
You've got to be in it to win it. So, Ed, your answer is Otto Normalverbraucher. Is that your question? It is your question. Well done. It literally means average consumer, Normalverbraucher.
Right.
Let's take a look at the scores, shall we, at the end of that round. Here we go. Matthew and Ruby, 4 points each. Been so little between you all week. Ingrid and Ed, just 1 point between you. Ingrid with 8, Ed with 9. We have 1 round to go, just 1 round that lies between us and this trophy going to either Ingrid or Ed. One of you is going to take home the trophy. Who's it going to be? Let's play it, shall we? Answer, smash fingers on buzzers, everyone. It all comes down to this. Point for a correct answer, point off for an incorrect answer. Best of luck, everybody. Best of luck to the 2 of you. Been a brilliant week's quizzing, but one of you is going to win and one of you is going to be second. Let's find out who's who as we look at our first category, which is drinks. The pictures will be drinks. There'll be clues above. Smash them together, please. Which alter ego of the comedian Lee Francis presents Celebrity Juice? Yes, Ingrid.
Keith Lemonade.
Keith Lemonade. Well played, Keith Lemon and Lemonade. Next clue and next picture. Which common nickname for the city of New York likens it to a large fruit? Yes, Ed.
The big apple juice.
The big apple juice. Well done, the big apple and apple juice. Oh, here we go. Here's the next one. Which 1971 Stanley Kubrick film, based on an Anthony Burgess novel, stars Malcolm McDowell as Alex? Ingrid.
Clockwork orange juice.
A Clockwork Orange Juice? Well done, a Clockwork Orange and Orange Juice. Here's your next category. Chemical elements. So I'm going to show you the chemical symbols. You need to tell me the name of the elements. Those will be the pictures. I don't know why I'm just telling you to. I'm going to show you the chemical elements, just the symbols.
OK.
You need to tell me the name of the elements, all right?
Let's do it.
OK, good luck, everybody. Here's your first one. Who was appointed leader of the Labour Party in April 2020? Yes, Ingrid.
Keir Starmer.
It's a gutsy answer if you don't know it for sure.
Oh, my God.
Starmer it is. Well done. The difference between getting... I mean, that is classy. Well played. Next clue and next chemical element. Which 80s film, remade in 2014, is about a cyborg police officer in Detroit? Yes, Ed.
Robocopper.
Robocopper? Well played, Robocop and Copper. Nicely done. Next clue, next element. In the sitcom Cheers, what is the first name of Frasier's wife? Yes, that is Ed.
Lilithium.
Lilithium?
Oh, nice.
Well played, Ed. Lilithium. Nicely done. Your next category is...
What's going on there?
That was good stuff,
That was
wasn't it?
good.
Both of them getting all the answers there. Let's take a look, shall we? The winner of Friday's House of Games is... Ed Byrne by 1 point.
Thank you. You know how badly I needed it. You know how badly I needed it.
I do.
And we know what that means as well. Well, listen, firstly, there's prizes to be won, Ed, so let's clear that up.
Oh.
Which of these prizes would you like to take home or donate to one of the others?
Do you know what? My brother said, by any chance, is there an apron going to begging for a man who just bought himself a pizza oven? So I have to get that
What
apron for my
enormous good
brother.
fortune for your brother. Congratulations, Ed takes home a House of Games apron for his brother. The small matter of the trophy. Now, we know where it's going. A brilliant week of quizzing. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure as well. Our champion on House of Games is... Ed Byrne. Well done, Ed. Well done, Ed.
Thank you.
Oh, the scoreboard doesn't tell the whole story, does it? But
No.
what a week. Happy?
I feel I put in some hard yards for this now. It started full of confidence and then I really was racked with self-doubt towards the end.
What a great finish, though. Great viewing for those at home. Well played, everybody. Great quizzing from you all. It's been a pleasure this week. Thank you ever so much for playing House of Games. And thank you for watching House of Games. We'll see you next time.
It doesn't have the heft that the fondue set had. That's got to be said. The fondue set was far more satisfying weight.